Shalom, good afternoon. Today we will take a look at something new that's happening around the country, across the country, in the way of Jewish life and that of the synagogue. Merging of synagogues into one more powerful unit. That's the case in the West San Fernando Valley. We'll visit the new Shomrei Torah. In addition to that, Molly Pecan, one of the greats from the Yiddish theater, she did a film in 1938. Think of that year. It was filmed in Poland. We'll be right back to start our program after these messages.
In 1882, my great-grandfather came to the United States with only a shirt on his back. When he arrived in his new home, he found a gift from his neighbors, a set of tools so that he could work as a mechanic, as he had in his old country. That gift was called tzedakah, an ancient Hebrew word meaning something given to someone so that they can help themselves. Today, people coming to this country still need the gift of tzedakah. You can help a family starting out by donating your car in any condition to the Jewish Educational Center. The Jewish Educational Center will pick up your car and you will get a tax deduction. Call the Jewish Educational Center for information about donating your car or about making another donation of personal property. Give the gift of tzedakah.
Call right now, the Jewish Educational Center. Give your car and give a hand. The Jewish Educational Center. Royal Cruise Line launches the most comprehensive collection of cruise destinations ever. Yes, now you'll be able to cruise from Mombasa, Africa to Haifa, Israel, or from Haifa, Israel to Athens, or Athens to Haifa, or from Haifa to Barcelona. And you'll have a chance to go to so many other destinations, port of calls throughout the world. Yes, Royal Cruise Lines get you there. For more information on the cruises to and from Haifa, Israel, call now.
As for coming to Israel is my first trip, and I just loved every minute of it.
My name is Ani Mundrik. I'm from Northwest California, the earthquake country, and this historical event that I'm in Israel is just tremendous, and I've enjoyed every minute, and I met a lot of very good friends here.
Molly Pecan, in her later years of life, performed here in Los Angeles at the Lindy Opera House, which was on Wilshire and La Brea. It's no longer there, but it was a cultural center for many of the fine plays and musicals that came to Los Angeles. In the case of Molly Pecan, she performed in the play Milk and Honey, which originated, of course, on Broadway. That was her last performance here in Los Angeles. She lived to be close to 90 years of age, but in 1938, as a young star of the Yiddish theater, and that was sort of near the end of the Yiddish film, she starred in a film that was actually set in Poland and done entirely in Poland, brought to the United States and shown in screens of Jewish neighborhoods across the U.S., Canada, and even Europe. And here is a song by Molly Pecan from her film done in Poland.
Zum Kopf gelegen, aber wir sind kennengelernt sein. Als ich hazok a kleiden lasst und Käschen als viel lasst, aber wir sind kennengelernt sein. Die Luft ist frei vor jedem Gleier, die Wind, sie scheint vor jedem eine Murmelrei. Bist du frei, dann bist du lachen, mit Freund als Schnaps du machst, na wir sind kennengelernt sein. Einer sich Aschir ist, einer sich Gebir ist, einem in die ganze Welt. Einer meint das ganze Glück, hängt noch auf dem Geld. Soll mal siechen, soll mal kriechen, nur ich trag von mir. Ich darf es auf Kapur ist, weil das Glück steht am Tier. A bist du sehen, a bist du regen, a ruhig aus dem Kopf zu legen, a wir sind kennengelernt sein. Ich hazok a kleiden lasst es ein Käschen, a viel lasst, hab ich gesehen, kennengelernt sein. verliebt, sucht man auf den Kalten. Hoi weh mir Wasser ist doch nass, heintig Englisch ist zu gleiten wie ein Hint auf dem Gas. Tinkel, tinkel wie ein Keiler, als man ist verliebt, kriegt man Linken Taylor. Oi, gewalt, de Galle. A bigge Wind kann glücklich sein.
We'll be back with more of our show. We go from song to creation, the building of a new synagogue. Stay tuned.
You've heard of Hollywood Park Racetrack, but there's a real live casino located right next door to the track, just 2 miles from LAX. Hollywood Park Casino, a beautiful, classy 24-hour casino right here in sunny Southern California. And there's the fabulous Finish Line Sports Lounge with the most complete TV sports coverage in LA. And pari-mutuel windows for racetrack wagering on both live and simulcast races. Hollywood Park Casino.
For years on our television program, the message from Ventura Kosher Meats has been great prices, friendly service, your neighborhood store. Ventura Kosher Meats with a brand new takeout, carry-out, kosher department. And don't forget, Ventura Kosher Meats has your very own butcher ready to cut your meat and poultry just the way you like it. Ventura Kosher Meats in the Tarzana Square on Ventura Boulevard near Reseda Boulevard. And now a message from the Ventura Kosher Meat Gang.
Ventura Kosher Meat, we're happy to serve you.
Technology and a revitalized economy. There's been progress in Israel despite the political and economic challenge it has faced. And here is a chance for you to get in on all the opportunities in Israel and the Middle East. The newly introduced Growth Fund of Israel, offered by New England Funds in alliance with B'nai B'rith. It is an open-end mutual fund that invests primarily in Israeli securities. Find out more about the new Growth Fund of Israel, offered by New England Funds through a special alliance with B'nai B'rith. Call New England Securities Registered Representative Jeff Diamond at 818-225-5030. The making of a new synagogue. We go to the West San Fernando Valley, and here we have the case of one synagogue, another synagogue merging into a new synagogue congregation, Shomrei Torah. And Rabbi Eli Shochet, who comes from Congregation Beth Kodesh, Synagogue number 1, later we'll meet Rabbi Vorspan, who becomes the assistant rabbi from the former temple Beth Ami in Reseda, California. First of all, we had a chance to chat at the new location of Shomrei Torah with Rabbi Eli Shochet. Rabbi, tell us about your history here in the West Valley at Beth Kodesh, the history of Beth Kodesh, and how you've seen the Jewish community's migration to the West San Fernando Valley.
It's an extraordinary story. I came here in 1960, straight out of rabbinical seminary, to a congregation that a number of people back east felt was non-viable, could not exist. How many Jewish people are going to come out to this area? This is the end of the world. This is the midbar. This is the wilderness, so to speak. And in 36 years, from 1960 to 1996, the valley has flourished, and particularly the West Valley has acquired a Jewish identity, and I would say a very comfortable, a very public Jewish identity. It's not unusual to see Jewish kids going around with kippot on their heads, very publicly proclaiming we're Jewish. We're proud of it. The sights, the sounds, the smells of things Jewish permeate the far West Valley. And what began as an experiment, I think, has concluded in a very triumphant way as a reality of Jewish life.
Tell us how we got to today, the involvement of Temple Beth Ami, of Beth Kodesh, and what is the history that brought us to this moment of this new synagogue?
Well, the this site was actually purchased a long time ago, and the decision to build a new building was made a long time ago by the board of directors of Congregation Beth Kodesh. And the decision to merge came about with two synagogues that were really trying to figure out a way to better serve the Jewish community.
Obviously, the future of our synagogue life, not only in the West Valley, but across the country and around the world, is our youth. What's planned here for the youth of our community of the West San Fernando Valley and of Shomrei Torah?
In fact, Phil, most of this facility is dedicated to the youth, from two buildings that are dedicated almost exclusively to kids from preschool all the way up through high school, to the large youth lounge that we've created, to the Learning Resource Center that occupies half of one of the floors, to the Stacey Kane Youth Theater that we created as part of our Institute of Jewish Culture, and the Youth Chorale that the Podolskis are funding. These are all designed to try to get the youth involved in Judaic activity, getting to know each other, getting involved in the community as well, and to make ourselves accessible to everybody in the Valley. This is not exclusively our youth program designed just for members of Shomrei Torah. It's designed for everybody who wants to be a part of what we think is an exciting venture in getting kids excited about Judaism.
These are not easy economic times. How difficult and how easy was it for someone working on an event which involves fundraising to stimulate interest for this new synagogue?
Well, this has been a dream of our congregation for 20 years. The building, the land has been in our possession for a long time. It's been a long time coming. And I think the process of the years has strengthened the resolve of our congregation and the community to see that it gets built. So that in itself is a motivation for a lot of people. And I think the way we conducted the Building Fund campaign on a personal level, on a one-to-one approach, raising money from individuals by individuals, helped establish and reinforce the dream and the desire to see it to fruition.
We'll be right back. We continue the building of Shomrei Torah.
Homes built before the 1933 quake, virtually none of them are bolted to the foundation. What people need to realize is when the earth moves, you want your house to move with it. You have to understand that an earthquake generates an incredible amount of force. We come out to the home, we evaluate it, see what it needs, and essentially give a bid to do that work.
It is a piece of history. The beautiful Pink Palace, the Beverly Hills Hotel, and now there's something new. After all these years, kosher catering. Diane Greenberg, Director of Catering at the Beverly Hills Hotel. And let us not forget the Polo Lounge and the wonderful other aspects of the Beverly Hills Hotel, which allow us to visit the Beverly Hills Hotel as frequently as possible. Technology and a revitalized economy. There's been progress in Israel despite the political and economic challenge it has faced. And here is a chance for you to get in on all the opportunities in Israel and the Middle East. The newly introduced Growth Fund of Israel, offered by New England Funds in alliance with B'nai B'rith. It is an open-end mutual fund that invests primarily in Israeli securities. Find out more about the new Growth Fund of Israel, offered by New England Funds through a special alliance with B'nai B'rith. Call New England Securities Registered Representative Jeff Diamond at 818-225-5030. Shomrei Torah Synagogues going to be opening next week. There's going to be a movement of the Torahs from Congregation Beth Kodesh, which is about 3 miles from the new location. But now we continue with our making of the new synagogue, Shomrei Torah.
We've already gotten a tremendous response from the community of people just saying, hey, that's a beautiful facility you're putting up. It's a magnificent campus, and we'd like to have some more information. So it was really focused not so much on providing a home for the existing members of Congregation Beth Kodesh and Temple Beth Ami, which form Shomrei Torah, but of reaching out to the community itself and bringing in the people who are currently unaffiliated. That's where our future lies. It's the young families, the young people who are buying in this area that we feel will be attracted to this kind of a facility.
We will be, I don't want to say a force to be reckoned with, but I think that we are going to show what a synagogue can be, and what synagogue life can be to the Jewish community in the San Fernando Valley.
So I'd like to get comments from both of you. And just Rosh Hashanah is down the corner. What do you hear in with the music, the sounds of spiritual musical notes coming in this new sanctuary?
Well, I'm very, very excited about this possibility here. I've seen the inside and the infrastructure now, and when it gets completed with the new sound system, I think it's going to be magnificent for high holidays. They'll be able to open up on the side and then the back. The Hineni will start from, I was talking with Fred there today, and the Hineni will start from the very back, and I'll be walking forward with the microphone, and so people will be able to hear the very dramatic Hineni this year, and we're looking forward to working together. Rebecca and I have met already, and we've discussed some of the music, and she's absolutely wonderful. She's musical. She is extremely talented, and I think we're going to have some dynamic new sounds this high holidays.
What would be an example of a new sound in a sanctuary for the holiday?
Are you asking for a song? No. Well, basically, we have two very unique choirs. They're a cappella choirs. We sing unaccompanied, so we have no organ or piano. And the youth chorale, which we've just brought into this synagogue, numbers over 25 young children under the age of 13, and they sing brilliantly. And then we have an adult choir that is magnificent. They're really beautiful singers, and we do a lot of modern music and old traditional music.
Also from the former Congregation Beth Kodesh in West Hills, Cantor Avram Schwartz, who has been involved in a very interesting Bible contest, which not only takes place here in the West Coast, but across the country. So Cantor, tell us about the Bible contest and your involvement and how the whole thing's happened.
Well, first was Congregation Beth Kodesh, and then now Shomrei Torah for the past 28 years. We've been fortunate enough to have 68 boys and girls who represent Los Angeles and New York. We've had 18 national Bible winners who've gone on to Israel. They have a wonderful time, and we represent the United States.
Give us an example of some of the questions and how the contest works and how the Bible is involved.
Well, they'll ask particular questions. In others, when Jonah's on the boat, they'll ask how many particular reasons were there that, quote-unquote, God's wrath was invoked, and those type of questions. It's pretty detailed, but we have a good time preparing.
And how often are these Bible contests held, and how many kids end up going to Israel? Those two questions.
Well, first of all, there's the regional, which there aren't too many, but then in New York, I just came back last week. There were over 180 boys and girls in the 4 divisions, and then there are 7 or 8 who are chosen to go to Israel.
And how does a youngster apply to get involved in the contest, to participate?
Any congregation, any school has the opportunity, and then sometimes the Bureau sponsors a local contest if there are enough, or particular day school divisions, English, Hebrew.
Next Sunday, June 16th, what will be happening to help celebrate and bring in this new wonderful synagogue?
On Sunday the 16th, we'll be having our dedication here. We'll be taking our Torahs from our shoe facility. We will bring them here. We will take them into their new home. We will have a dedication ceremony. Many, many people from the community, our congregants, will all be here to celebrate the completion of our building.
And there's an event that's taking place, a dinner. And the purpose of this dinner is to do what? It's several-fold, but what What are the various reasons of having such an event?
Well, it'll be our inaugural event in our new building, June 15th, the night before Marcia mentioned our dedication on Sunday. We'll be honoring the 4 people who very, very diligently and devotedly helped us get here. Sunny and Sunny Raffle. Unfortunately, Sunny, she passed away several months ago, but she was a driving force in getting us to this building. And Stan and Judy Podolsky, who are all 4 of them are past presidents of our synagogue, and they are people who dedicated many, many, many hours of their lives to get us to this point. So we're honoring the 4 of them as founding families and families who have gotten us to this building.
We'll finish up now and give you an idea of some of the celebrations, the activities will be taking place in the West San Fernando Valley. Again, we use Shomrei Torah Synagogue as a spotlight for the developments of synagogue life in our Jewish communities, not only in Los Angeles, but across the country. That is the center of where we gather and come together as Jews. We continue to look at Shomrei Torah Synagogue after this. The Wyndham Bellage offers more than just a beautiful setting for a bar, bat mitzvah, wedding, or anniversary. The Wyndham Bellage gives every one of its customers a chance to begin celebrating the moment they plan a simcha. It's the best setting in town. Your celebration starts with the friendly and efficient staff. Yes, friendly and efficient. That's what allows you to start celebrating the moment you call the Wyndham Bellage. One of the least known and most moving stories of the Holocaust.
The LNER steamer Prague brought to Britain 200 Jewish children, refugees from Germany. They came from middle-class homes in Berlin, Leipzig, Breslau, and Hamburg.
Playwright Diane Samuels. Kindertransport opens April 25th at the Tiffany Theaters. Kindertransport examines the complex bond between a mother and daughter and the mother's inability to allow her daughter access to the childhood trauma that has profoundly affected their lives. Tiffany Theaters Kindertransport. Call for tickets right now, 310-289-2999. Back to the West San Fernando Valley, back to Shomrei Torah Synagogue. Brand new. Well, first of all, Mazel Tov.
Thank you very much. Thank
and
you.
I know this has special meaning to you, personal meaning, the evolution of having this synagogue come to fruition.
It's been a wild several years, but we're so thrilled and happy to see the development that has taken place, and the mitzvah of finally seeing all of our dreams come to fruition. It's really marvelous. We're thrilled.
Our viewers go all the way down to San Diego and all the way up north to Ventura, and I think most of them would not be familiar with the fact of how the West San Fernando Valley has grown, especially the area that is surrounding this new synagogue.
Yes, it has grown over the past 7 or 8 years just tremendously, and we have a huge Jewish community here, and we're looking forward to serving it and serving it well. We have a lot of innovative new ideas, and we pray that all of those will come to fruition as well.
It's a site that we're standing on. The first night I saw it, there wasn't a house anywhere to be seen. It was a mud road because it had rained that afternoon. And the building behind us, the sanctuary building, there was a hole in the ground about 22 feet lower than what you see now. The roadway was down about 12 feet. And all of this has been done since roughly 1979. We've been involved in this project. We bought this land in 1979. It finalized in early 1981, and we have been planning this occasion all that time. Between the city of Los Angeles and the developers, and the members of our congregation, we owe a great debt of gratitude. This project did not get completed because of Judy, or me, or Sunny and Sunny. It got completed because we had a whole congregation of membership behind us all these years. That's who we owe this thanks to.
The making of a synagogue, you know, there is a connection between a synagogue like this and a Jewish organization like the JNF or others, because it's the synagogue, Judy, that really everything starts at, where you can find energy to be transferred to an organization like the JNF, isn't it?
That's beyond true, Phil, because I remember when I started working for JNF in 1987, one of our closest friends said to me, wow, that was quite a dress rehearsal for the job you got. And it's true. What is very nice for me especially is to be a volunteer in our community as well as a professional fundraiser for Israel. Where we're standing now is beyond a piece of history for our congregation. Many of us have watched the hills just be rolled down, and I want to say something about the raffles at this point. Our good friend Sunny Shee, who passed away recently, I remember the story she used to tell me about a Torah in a linen closet and a gift shop in the trunk of a car. And some of our sisterhood ladies think the gift shop we have now is not too large, but I think they'll get used to that, basing it on the comparison of a gift shop in the trunk of a car. This is truly a fairy tale for us, and we hope that we will be able to properly serve the needs of our community by building this community here in the West Valley. We have much to offer. We have professional staff. We have lay leaders. I've often said that it's an accident of geography that all these special people that are here today are part of our synagogue family, and I believe that. But to us, our synagogue family are our brothers and sisters. We just have special roots here, and we're excited, we're sad, we're, as Sunny has said, bittersweet. But we'll make it through, and we'll make it shine for Sunny, too.
It's about time for us to wrap it up. I'll be with you tonight, by the way. Sellout crowd at the Santa Monica Civic Auditorium. Oh, nearly 2,700 people tonight with Alan King, Ron Elleron, and the Keshet Chaim Dancers, and yours truly as MC tonight for the Jewish National Fund and B'nai B'rith. I'm Phil Blazer wishing you a great week ahead. Shavua Tov, Shalom. And now, to finish things off, the great Yiddish star, Molly Pecan.
Did you ever wish you could